All right, cool,
now.
guys. So let's just take a look at ES. Obviously, it had a nice little run. It has a nice little hammer candle here, right off of, if you want to call this the second touch here, probably can right now. You wouldn't be able to find that from before, but it looks like this level here. So if you're seeing, we're not really getting follow through from sellers from here, right? So I'm back to my white background. I'm not changing that. I don't care who hates it, likes it.
Come on.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
If you were next to me this morning, I would have spilled coffee on you. All my black charts had black lines, and there was a mess.
I called it last night. I said something about that in chat. I said
Yeah,
he's
you
going to wake
did.
up tomorrow and be like,
So then we have this level. You know, you want to be aware of this tomorrow. 3806, that we are kind of struggling right now to get over it. So I don't know where ES is at the moment. Well, I think I'm live now on this data too. It is. We're right there, kind of stuck on it. And you see how when we broke it, we came back and we popped from it. Well, now we're kind of under it. And let's see what we do here. Usually when you do this, that's usually a bear sign and you want to short, you know, the break right here. This would be a really good short, you know, if you're able to get it right here. If you get that, and let's say you break this line, if you're trading futures like me last night, I made more money last night than I did today. Actually, I was in a loss today. So here, you know, if we break below this level here, you could short it. I'd probably take it below 3,800 just to be on the safe side. So it'd probably be this lower high here, and I would not use 1 minute. So yeah, I'd probably use it right here somewhere, break below here. I would take that. Okay. I'll be watching this. And then just from the level perspective, there was a huge order on SPY at 378.61. And whoever knows how to use the dark pool stuff, you can definitely check. But there was a $4.3 billion order after hours on SPY. So it's a fairly large order, you know, coming sneaky after hours. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. This was on SPY.
Was it a buy or sell or?
Well, you can never know that, right? So you'll never figure that out. If we knew that, yeah, we would all be rich. So here's your previous VPOC, now just a POC. You want to be aware of this one here. So that one got hit pretty nicely here. So keep that in mind. And you guys see here, you have a double X POC at this level. So if they want to run it, I would probably wait for about 38.15 or 38.16, which is going to be your, I believe it's your daily middle. Let me check on my chart right here. Yes, I'm looking at TOS real quick.
I think there's a repocket 38.15 as well on ES.
Yeah, so you have 38.16 as a daily mid, 38.17 is your daily mid. So you definitely want to wait for that to be kind of going over it. And then here, man, this demand here was pretty crucial again, 37.55. So this POC here or this VPOC here will be interesting to see how quickly they come and get it. That's pretty fresh too. And you guys see how well that meets right here if they want to run it tomorrow. I mean, they ran 70 points tonight, you know, today from 37 to about, 38. They ran about 70 points. So not surprised if they do it tomorrow. They do this whole thing quickly. Let's see. So these VIX throw off the channels. definitely watch this. So, 38.16, I would probably, put that, I'd call it even 38.17 here. Once you break that, that's probably a good level to go long. Let's find it. And that would kind of line up right here with this channel. So that'd be the go long entry on this guy. Let's see what we can find on the short side. So let me make sure this POC here is not going to change the value. Let's see. So it looks like a little short covering rally here today, right? In terms of setup on the volume profile. So if you break this 37.90, I would definitely short below. And, if you're looking at your zones, your first zone will be kind of like right here. Short target 1. And then right below that, you'll have this little cluster, a little fairly large cluster here. So 37.56. Which we had that level from last night, I believe. Didn't we have 37.56? We said if it reclaims it to go long.
We did.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah. But nobody trusted it. I don't blame you. And then I'm just going to remove this one. I'm going to put this. So what would be interesting here if we do kind of run this up to here and reject? I mean, usually if you do it in the waves, you're looking to come back down and probably test the recent low that we had. We have a VPOC, not VPOC here. We have a POC kind of right here. We'll mark that as POC. Then you have another POC. So this will be your kind of no trade zone in between those two. It's going to be chop right here. And then you have the recent low with the double bottom. So I thought that we were going to break the 3,700 today just based on the news and everything that came out, but it seems like some of the stuff's already priced in. I've seen some news that I didn't think they were priced in, such as like war with Iran over nuclear deals and stuff, and it seems like it's really not catching any reaction from anyone yet, which is kind of weird. Because usually when you mention a war like that, it's the gas pumps, stuff changes real quick. Okay. And then another thing that I like to do now, because we're kind of getting into the middle of the month, is look at the month to date. So find July 1st. And look at this area right here now. So if you look at this POC here, this right here at 38.31 will be really crucial. So if you break the 38.31, there's a high chance that you're going to be going to this POC, which lines up to be your July POC as well. So I would call the July POC and 2x POC just so you know the strength of this, because it's going to be pretty powerful here. This here is going to trigger a reaction for sure. And if it doesn't, then you're doing something wrong or they're just being manipulative over it. This will be a nice reaction here, and then you have the value area high. And if you want to go even look at June, just so you have the dates, I would definitely have June ready here. Let's see, June 1st. So now you're able to kind of really see the big picture of everything, right? See here where we bounced and where we respected that level, 37.72. So if I mark this level, you'll see something interesting. So this is our level right here, right? Yep, 37.73. So let me just go on like 5 minutes so you guys can see it. SVP. So you can see this level. What do you see here? What did we hit? So we hit that level and went back 37.45. And kind of retested at 56, and then once you're able to break that, it was go time, right? It went to the next levels and so on. So having these is actually pretty important, right? So if you put here, this is my June, I would call it value area high. And I have a bad habit, not because of myself, but because of you guys kind of delete this over and over. But marking these like this, June value area high, is pretty good. And then here you have like 38.9. It's pretty good level, but you have that level already lined up here with the VPOC. So most likely it's going to be heading there. And then here, if you guys look, if you break this level right here, which is 38.38, you have a really strong chance that you're going to go to 3,900. So keep that in mind tomorrow. From bigger picture, volume, there's a strong chance you're going to do that. Okay. So that's ES in a nutshell, I guess if you want to call that in a nutshell. And we're struggling a little bit here. And I think I'm going to enter short very soon because we have a lower high double top. I'll put a quick order in while we're on the phone.
I love it. Shorty, you're trading futures while doing a watch list.
Yeah, I had to get in. This is a really good level here to be getting in.
It's just hilarious.
We want to see ES flush, and then Shorty can go, let's go.
Well, last night I made about $1,200 off of trading live, actually. I'm not live. I put an order in and I went to sleep. I'll just play 5 contracts. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to put an order in. We'll do
they're asking what order you're taking.
I'm doing futures there. So I'm taking a short position right here at 38.07. And my stop loss is going to be 38.20. I'm going to take profit at 37. What is our first exit? 37. Let's say 75. There you go. And orders in. Okay. Ooh, I'm up $5. All right. Sorry, guys. So yeah, this looks, double top. It looks weak. I'll take a chance. So I just got in here. My stop loss is right here at 38.20 and a quarter. So let's see. We dump overnight. My sell is right here. So if I think about it, just to kind of give you an idea how I trade these. So if I got in here, my stop is like right here, and my order goes all the way to here. So I'm doing almost 2 to 1. I probably should have taken a bigger, probably a little bit lower, but I don't want to be caught over 2 points while I'm sleeping and I can't sell it. So I'd rather take a little bit quicker profit, and then each point I believe is $8 or something like that on the contract. So if you have 5 contracts for each point that drops, 38.50 to let's say 37.75, 30 points times 8 times 5, you get the picture. Okay, so let me.
Yeah, I think people were asking what contracts you were taking.
Just MES. I'm doing minis on this one. There's no contract. You're playing one. It's September. It's the current month. It's July's, right? Or whatever the current month is for MES.
Yeah.
Let me see. What is it? Yeah, there's really no contract like that. When you trade futures, it's not a contract like an option contract.
Whatever U is.
Yep. You guys should be happy because what's his name? Sequin's gonna hold a class this week for you guys, so you guys will learn all about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
It's actually $50 per point, considering the point being $1. Each point is like 4 ticks.
Yeah, I don't know the math that well on it. I know it depends if you're trading minis or if you're trading the large ones. It's different, right?
The micros with the yeah, you're right.
But all of that sequence, you're gonna have a table for you, fill it all out, so you guys will be in good hands. All right, so that's ES. Let's take an NQ. I was surprised how much it ran today. You guys remember the golden zone from last night? Anyone?
I do, and it's so bright.
I don't care. So we popped over it, and what did we do immediately? Look at this. This was January. You come back to that level, and now even, if you come here, you popped over it, and look, you came back here. So now if we dip under it, you can expect them to come back here. I guess there it is, a little too bad. I can't even see them. Timing, not stop. Okay, there. So this is a pretty good range right here to look at it. And then here we have a double top. So if you go on a daily, you're probably going to have a nice little triangle on this too. Okay, screw this. All these colors are messed up. I mean, we're still in a very strong bear pennant when you look at the bigger picture, right? So if you go on 3 days, this is your 3-day bear pennant, and your bear flag's all the way up here. But they're really, really showing a lot of support at this 11.5. We're really not getting any follow through so far on these candles. The bulls are showing up here in abundance, I guess. Let's see what this level here looks like. Fall 148. So there's a strong chance we'd be pulling towards that one soon. Look at the weekly candle. That's a dangerous weekly candle for a bull side. If they can push this a little bit more tomorrow, or push it to like 12.06, that looks like a nice hammer on a weekly. So, okay, so let's take a look at this. All right. Okay, so we did leave a little epoch on this 11.6. So what is that? Like 200 points. I'll mark that one as POC. There's a nice little trend line here. Be a good level here for rejection. So this here is a really big supply zone. Let me just, yeah, this is a fairly decent sized supply zone here. You guys see the little gap here? Look how we flew through that one. So this would be my go long level on this. Then you probably get stopped right here at 12, 11. That level sounds so familiar, like I've seen it before. This is right at the VPOC here. And I was short this below yesterday's or day before POC. Right below that cloud, I would take short. There's a double top there as well. So go long, short, first target. Then you would have your first target here. So that's good. Any questions on this? Oh, right. Bye. On the wrong chart. Right. Really nice double X POC again here. Hold on, did we do already SPY? Did we do SPY already? No, that was ES. Okay. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. But we still have a VPOC on SPY. Way below. So we had this VPOC here that we hit pretty nicely. It's a regular POC now. So this level here would be probably a good rejection level at 379 for, could they push it up all the way to 380? Potentially, right? You could go 380, and if they do push it all the way up to here, I mean, this should be a pretty hard rejection at this point. So let's see, if you mark this level here, you see the trouble it had before. It kept hitting, and now you have a nice little supply zone here. It's the second longest shelf here since the 17th of June. So that's the kind of the levels. And you see, if you kind of break that 381, I'll probably go here 381.85. If you're able to break that, you enter the little skinny belly all the way to 385. It's a pretty nice shelf. And then it could go, I wouldn't be shocked if they run this magically somehow to 390. I would not be surprised. And then, this would be almost like a triple top at that point.
What's the logic behind them running it up though, as opposed to just dropping it next leg down?
So the logic is, I mean, it's the market makers, right? It's what is their max pain that they're experiencing and kind of positioning themselves. I would say the big boys, the hedge funds. Honestly, I don't think they're buying yet. I have some friends that work, in the industry and even JPM, and they haven't started really buying heavily yet. I don't think. Because if you think about it, today people are saying, it was a crazy run. I mean, you barely moved in the, big scheme of things. You barely moved. If you come here,
volume,
yeah, I mean, the volume's crap. I mean, even if you go on the daily, here, is it climbing up? It's still not that much volume coming through. And then you have this guy. So you have a nice little bear pennant right here, and then you have a nice channel down. I always forget to use. So a nice channel down. So if you push it all the way here to 385, could they push it to 385? Probably, right? That's $6 away tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if they do push it. So, if you break 379, you can probably catch to 381. If they break that, then you got a 385 easy. And I would probably short this right below 377 here. Then here, I'll get out. Get out probably here. Be on the safe side. And then so on. You would have the next one. So if you play these levels, if you want to catch it, aggressively long, you probably play the high right here, 37,858. So if you want to play this, but it's $1, you can be my guest and play a bet, but I'll wait.
Yeah, it's a good short.
Surprised you're awake, man. Going on, the bike broken?
Nah, Fridays are off days for me.
Oh,
Get up
wow.
especially for you. Got 200 milers this weekend. Got to rest.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I do that usually in my car.
I wouldn't even do it in my car.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. All right. So I think that's 5. See what else we got. Seems like the majority of these levels are set. Besides a couple of drawings here. We came back for a retest at 280 and popped. Okay, this seems like a pretty hard level here. We'll take a look at it on. Ideally, they push it all the way to 290 and next leg down. There's a high chance we're getting there tomorrow. So there's a high chance we're going to go to 292 tomorrow. Yeah, I would think we go 292. If we break this level here at 288, 58, retest long. Depends where we open up. We could really run tomorrow. Ah, look at that. Keep going down. All right. What other tickers you guys have? Any special ones?
Can you take a look at Disney?
What's up with Mickey Mouse? Wow, that'll be surrounded.
I was looking at it from a short perspective.
Man, it's getting destroyed. The only thing that can save this stock is if they spin off ESPN. There's your short level right there. 90. Yeah, break below that level, you can short it. And then you have room all the way. So your first level will be around 87. Then you have maybe 82. 82, yeah. You would have 87. I just hate the way it moves. Too slow. So yeah, I'll definitely watch this. But it's been beat down, I mean, pretty good. More than 50%. Gonna go long. You could grab 92s and drive it. Man, it's just choppy here. I mean, it could go all the way to 94, but it's not like the best setup for trading, at least not for me. So break this, there's a strong chance you're going to be at 87 below 90. When is their ER?
August.
Yeah. So that's a little bit more to catch, but there's a nice candle here on a daily.
Well, I mean,
Probably,
plus they got railed from COVID too, even though they've diversified a lot.
yeah, they have the Disney Plus, I believe, right? A little streaming service.
Yeah. Plus they own like half the movies now.
I mean, if it breaks this, it could potentially go to 94. So you're looking at 92 to 94. You could go long on the break of this hammer candle and drive it all the way to this POC. 34.5 if you're going to go long. Then if you're going to go short, below 90 to 87.38. But you have this level, just be aware of it, right? That level is going to be crucial here. The previous bottom and the where we rejected and then closed that hammer candle. So how did Amazon over 110 or no? Nope. So in this one, honestly, man, probably 117. And then you have room to 120, so $3 here. I mean, look at this volume here, just choppiness, and then a descending triangle. Potentially would reject here if it runs 113. AMD does not look bad here. Yeah, this does not look bad for long. Isn't there like talks of the bill coming out? Something about chips. I think they talked about it. This could run to 85 bucks. It will have some hiccups in between,
Yeah.
but
Did anybody read TSM's feedback today? What their guidance was?
it was guidance up. Yeah, they had a pretty decent guidance.
Yeah, I got to go back and read that.
Yeah, they had a good guidance, right? I just don't know why we're bailing out a lucrative businesses. I mean, I understand everybody relies on them, but it shouldn't be taxpayers' money that goes to them to bail them out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's your risk management. It's your company. I mean, I don't get any bailouts if I go in a bad trade. Okay, there's Google. You guys remember that short entry?
Yeah, I wish I had the balls to do it.
You have to. And look how it would have worked. You would have been in your position. The big bully, he was going long on 2500s. I told him we were going to go 21. Did I tell him we were going to go 2160? And look where he went.
Yeah, I had the that POC marked right there, 2240. But still, the contracts were like, man,
Super
yeah,
expensive,
it's
man.
just, yeah, I just can't.
No, I totally agree.
The old me would have done it, but the new me says, don't be stupid.
Yep, and this was a really good bounce play here. 2160 to ran to the high of what? Wow, 60 bucks. And I literally watched the 2250s. Yeah, it was 2250s that I was watching. I watched them go, I believe, what was it? Let me see here. They went from, where was it? $5, no, 3.4, and they went all the way to 10.
Yeah, it's nice. You could see it happening though. I mean, shit, look at the right side of your chart.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll remove some of these, but this is setting up potentially. So when you have a gap down like this, like an island bottom here, I would look for over tomorrow over 22.41. I'd go along on this. And these contracts can pay. I mean, when I say pay, they go crazy. I just don't like the volume, the intraday volume on all of these. Yeah. Yeah, I don't
plus
like
you
the
got that
volume
mini.
that much.
You got that mini flag going there too.
Yeah, right here. I mean, if we could play this flag out, this would be pretty sexy. If you come up to here and play the flag out, reject here, and then go, man, this would be great. So something to watch, right? I mean, this is a pretty powerful POC here. We're going back how far? I mean, we're going back to June 25th. See if we can get a month in. Yeah, here goes a month. Still the same POC. So either we look for a rejection if they, look weak, short it here, or go long on a retest. But this is not a good looking candle in 65 minutes. 2 hours probably bearish piercing.
Isn't Google splitting tomorrow?
It is, yeah. And I mean, look at the 4-hour candles. What the hell do you make out of this? Hey guys, we don't want to go that low, but never mind. We don't want to go that high, guys. What? Yeah, this is pretty brutal setup. If you want to play aggressive tomorrow at 22, you can play, maybe the high of today, which is 22.21, go long here, because there will be momentum tomorrow. The split it is tomorrow, right? No, it's the 18th. Sorry, is that Monday? That would be Monday, yeah. Go long to 22.41. Freaking white text, deep sequence. And then, if you look here, I'll probably short it right below this one here. Short it right here on global. And then drive it all the way down. Probably to 21.73. Let me just put a level there so you guys know the levels. Yeah, so 22, I would probably short it at 22 break instead of 22.03. And you could drive it to this little shelf here at 21.76. Which probably is this candle here. Yep. So 21.76, it's not a bad short. I mean, you're looking at 24 points upside, probably about 22 points, 24 points upside, 24 points downside. You can make money on this tomorrow, guys. All right. Anyone else? Anything? Any other stock? Well, let me just look one more. Tilray, did it make any moves after hours?
They did a little bit.
Cool. So it moved about 10 cents, which is good. went, oh shit, it went all the way 30.8. This probably be the pre-market high tomorrow. I mean, if we pump this to $4, it's gonna be easy 100%. But it'd get a little bit more contracts because they're super cheap. Yeah, if you look at this on 65 minutes and you look to regular hours. This is kind of what I'm betting on that happens. That we get a push all the way to 388. So our contracts would probably get like 60, 70%. And I would look to close it here unless they pump it over, 4, and then we sit here on this shelf. That would be great. I don't know who got in, who didn't, but yeah, I got in some. Because there's a bill being proposed in Senate for medical or for approval of marijuana, so it'd be good to kind of watch it. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I keep yawning while I'm doing this, so I'll be live tomorrow.
Thanks, Shorty.
Good night.
All right, guys, have a good night.